All right, guys, the two really big conclusions, the so whats of Tuesday are: number one, America fired Nancy Pelosi, bye-bye. And the second is, oh my gosh, he's such a cretin. Biden thinks that losing the House is a win, and he's going to run in 2024. That's superb news for the America First movement. And we're excited to have with us somebody who can help us dissect the results even more and apportion blame where it is meant to be apportioned, because where is that red wave? Let's talk to Dave Bossie. He is the founder, the president of Citizens United, who I owe a debt of gratitude to, because we're in Mar-a-Lago with the president. We watched the results come in. Then the storm's coming to Florida. We know all our flights are going to be canceled, and you let me take a ride with you to Florida to get back to the swamp the next day. So thank you, Dave Bossie, for giving me a ride.
No problem. My pleasure, my friend. It's been, you know what, it is, election night was a disappointment on one hand, and obviously sending Nancy Pelosi packing from being Speaker of the House is incredible. It's fantastic. But if you look at, for a guy like me, and having been in the conservative movement for my entire career, trying to advance our conservative agenda, it's disappointing, because we had a national trend that was, really for us. We had the economy and crime and border issues on our side, and they had, January 6th, an abortion on demand, as well as the other ridiculous issues that nobody really cares about. The voters, the threat to democracy is not something that drives people to the polls. So we thought we were going to win a lot more. So we do have a lot of self, that we have to look at ourselves first. And we have to look at the leadership around Washington, D.C. to make sure that we don't fail the conservatives in this country, that we don't fail, that group of Americans who believe in America first. And I think that, and it doesn't matter who you voted for, didn't vote for. We have to get it right for 2024, because the future of our country is at stake.
All right, so who screwed up? You were on a phone call for about 3 hours as we were driving to the airport the day after with the movers and the shakers in conservative politics. Did the GOP do enough? Did the RNC do enough? Why are rhinos and the left trying to say Donald Trump is done, it's over? If we didn't get the wave we expected, who's to blame? Is it the early voting? Is it the control of the information by the left? Or who on our side makes some mistakes? Don't pull any punches, Dave. Tell us the truth.
There's a lot of blame to go around. So there just is. First of all, I'd like to just say one of the people who lost the most on election day on Tuesday, in my opinion, was Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, the junior senator from Utah, tried to defeat Mike Lee, the senior senator, the conservative firebrand, a leader, an intellectual leader, a conservative leader, in the United States Senate, and he lost miserably. Mike Lee got over 55% of the vote against this leftist who had formerly run for president, and he got a drubbing. And Mitt Romney needs to be held to account for that, in my opinion. And in order to do that, we have to go find a candidate. Maybe it was just Brett Tolman, who's on your show this evening, a former U.S. attorney in Utah. Maybe it's Sean Reyes, the current attorney general of Utah, a very successful, a very conservative attorney general, and one of the best in the country. Should really challenge Mitt Romney and get that race started, because we need to replace the rhinos like Mitt Romney. He's part of the problem, not part of the solution. But I will tell you, for the RNC. Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell us about the RNC.
Well, I would just say that we have to look at ourselves too. Part of what we do is try to build the parties and recruit and find good candidates. And I think that we have to do clearly a better job of that. I also would look at the Republican National Congressional Committee led by Tom Emmer. Clearly, we didn't win these races that we should have won. Where we supported candidates, how much resources that we gave certain candidates, where we didn't support candidates who just barely lost. These are important questions that need to get answered. It is still too early. We're going to have an autopsy of this election. And it's just a little early, Seb, to know exactly where those dollars went and the resources went. But we need to get those answers. The people watching the show demand answers. And I think we have to just, like you said a moment ago, we can't pull any punches. Truly, the future of America is at stake. We are heading into this abyss. We still have another 2 years of Joe Biden, and we have to get rid of him and everything that he stands for. Not just him, but everything he stands for in 2024. And we have to start right now.
All right, well, I'll link you to Brett Tolman. Maybe we can have him take Romney's seat. I've only got a few seconds left, but I got to ask you, Lee Zeldin, he's a hero to me. How significant is it that in a state with less than 40% registered Republicans, he almost beat Kathy Hochul? How big is that, Dave?
It's enormous. And what Lee Zeldin did for America to really become a leader. He grew as a candidate for governor.
Yeah.
Right before my eyes. I love Lee. I supported him when he first ran for Congress many years ago. He has become a very good friend. But let me just say this. It's because of Lee Zeldin, in my opinion, that we picked up several United States congressional seats in New York State because of the power of his campaign. We picked up these House seats, which helped us, which is the key to taking over the majority in the House and kicking Nancy Pelosi out. So Lee Zeldin is a hero for what he has done for America.
Yeah, I also campaigned for Lee for Congress, and I think he has a very, very bright future ahead of him. We're talking to Dave Bossie. He's been at the heart of true conservative politics for decades, the founder of Citizens United.